going to show you a little bit of this trail. You can see, if I show you, misty. There's no views. I don't mind though. Like I said, my Jesus is in nature. God's in nature. He made nature. He made us. And he made nature for us to enjoy and just to see God's green earth and even the growth on the trail and the trees. I'm all good, and I'm in my happy place. Life's good on the trail, even in the rain. All right, getting our hike on with Mike. I'm on Standing Indian Mountain. I just went past what probably is the peak. I had my first problem with water. Yesterday when I checked in with you, I was at a shelter and I went about 4.5 miles, some distance to the next shelter, but it rained the whole time and at times pretty hard. So I took off, and there was a water source promised on far out, about 1.5 miles on Standing Indian Mountain, a pipe spring. And by now I'm down to 1/2 liter. I went up to the peak overlook, never saw the pipe spring. I've got a picture of it from far out, but I don't know how you find it if you don't know where it is. I went on, there was a blue blaze, it said something like Lower Ridge Trail. Saw a lot of camping sites, but I know people that know the AT, a lot of hikers out here in North Carolina. They know where that pipe spring is. That's where it helps if you know, because someone else knows or you've been there. But I've been on the AT the last 2 years, once a year for section hikes. And I have experienced this problem. Might be my problem. Identified water sources and I can't find them. So I'm coming down Standing Indian Mountain, going north on the AT, getting my hike on. I will tell you the saving grace. It's been rained yesterday. I walked in the rain. Today there's kind of a misty and a little cloud rain for 20 seconds and it'll stop. I have not had any rain gear, not rain like that. So rainwater is going down the trail, and it gets a little rocky in North Carolina, and I don't mind that. But there was a runoff of rain on the trail, and I grabbed 2 liters. I got a leaf. There's a young guy, Taco Queen's son, who I met in Georgia last year on the AT. She has a teenage son, and he taught me how to use a leaf. So you can direct water. There was a log, a little root on the trail as the water ran down the trail. And I used a little leaf, and I got 2 liters and I watered up. So I did what I had to do. I thank the Lord that it's been raining, and truly a saving grace. Some say the trail will provide. I say the Lord provides. Of course, he made the trail. He knows all about the trail, and he's providing on the trail. All right, well, I'm going to get my hike on. I'll show you a little bit of this. I haven't been shooting much in the rain on an iPhone 16. I have a little water case, but it was just too much just trying to hike, and with wet feet, of course, and water on the trail. And then this morning I didn't have water. I don't film and talk too well when I'm wondering where my next drink of water is coming from. Hike On with Mike is here. I'm talking about water again. I found a little trickle on the trail, and here's my Be Free. I still have 1 liter and 3/4, but I saw this water source, and just because I want to drink some water, I'm going to catch it. And I looked here, it reminds me once I was in North Carolina, and there was a promise of water out of the mountain, and the source wasn't there, and I was with my wife and she ran out of water, and they said, well, there might be water coming out of the mountain. This kind of thing that was designated for water just coming off the mountain. So here's a trickle coming right off a leaf. So we'll go ahead and get some water. Scrambling required. I did that about 50 yards ago. There was a flimsy tree with two big limbs, but they were flimsy and you had to flex them out of the way. See, yeah, we're on the AT. There's the river. Here's the river. Oh, this is the water source we want. This is what I wanted. I wanted to show you the view I have today. Right now in North Carolina, classic North Carolina to me, because we were here going to the NOC, and very familiar, looks very familiar. So I'll go ahead and see if you can pick it up. Down into a ravine and growth. There's one mountain through a couple trees, but the growth down through the valley ravines, very wonderful, enjoyable. All right, let's see if there's a mountain peak over there, and as you'll realize, oh, there it is, between those two trees. It's over there, but then we come back into the sunlight. Down here's the sunlight into the forest, and we just get the growth of trees and vegetative life through the valley. But as you look at your path, I remember making a similar path. This is going to turn right up this side of this slope over here. Going to the NOC, I made a right turn and very similar, but this is a left turn. Here again's your valley. All right, that's some of the trail where I just came from. All right, we're gonna hike on. I'll catch you on down the trail.